morning. I'm Harold, and this is Trey. It's been a couple weeks since we've been here. Lots of stuff to try to get in. You can catch us on ibtv.us, Roku, and YouTube. Well, first we're going to start off today, folks, with our thoughts and prayers and condolences to the folks in Canada. 14, mainly, generally kids on one of their junior to hockey teams passed away. Their bus was hit by a semi-truck. They're still under investigation, but very, very, very sad day for those people there. Staying in line with hockey, the NCAA championship was this weekend. It was won by Minnesota Duluth over Notre Dame, which I think is nice, Trey, because it's a smaller school beating a big time, big money spot.
The underdog.
The underdog. And then, of course, here in Denver, the Avalanche won a winner-take-all with the St. Louis Blues last night to take the last playoff spot, going to the playoffs for the NHL hockey. So that takes us through the hockey. And again, our thoughts and prayers to those people, those young folks that passed away. Trey?
Yeah, well, we didn't get to finish up everything that happened with the NCAA, but unless you lived under a rock, Villanova beat Michigan, and they beat them pretty heavily. And in the last 3 years, they've won 2 championships.
Yep.
So, I mean, I think they've solidified themselves. And like we were talking about in the car, I think it's amazing that all those players are from right around that area.
Yeah. Well, you know, folks, when you look at most of the successful programs over a long period of time, they play with kids that are in-state and regional. Now, you have the exceptions to the rule. Kentucky that'll go get every McDonald All-American, every Parade All-American, but even they couldn't do it this year. I think that the people are showing that this one and done will not be able to supersede teams that have more experience and are older.
Right.
Of course, the big thing with the NCAA was number 16 beat number 1.
Yeah.
And then, but the great story was Chicago Loyola.
Yeah. And they almost beat Michigan.
And they almost beat Michigan. If they had just had one more piece, Michigan was just bigger and stronger and outlasted them. But just a beautiful, beautiful story. I think that you're going to see more of that. Those are kind of modeled off of Wichita State.
Yep.
Who plays with older kids.
Yeah. They're
in the state of Kansas. So even with Kansas, you look at this year, they didn't have a Kansas kid.
No.
Kids
I don't think they had I think they had 2 or 3 Kansas kids on the team.
They had 2 on the roster, but that were all the way in, never got to play. So they're playing with kids from Africa, from Russia, no kids that have anything to do with the state of Kansas. And I think that in the end that made a difference. Yeah. And then, of course, I think even just as exciting, if not more exciting, was the girls' NCAA championship, which was won by Notre Dame. What was the young lady's name that
Areke Ungumbawale. I hope I'm butchering her name, I know, but 2 buzzer beaters.
Yeah, 2 buzzer beaters, and I mean that one to win the championship was something else.
And Kobe shouted her out on Twitter.
Yeah.
And saw her on the Ellen show, so that was really cool. I know that was huge.
Yeah. And I think that probably one of the nicest things for me with the women's tournament is that UConn didn't win it. Yeah. And Gino Amaretto, he might be a great coach, but he's not a great person. You don't beat a team. They beat St. Francis by 89 points. That is horrible. It's unsportsmanlike. There's no reason for that to happen. There's girls that never get to play that after the first 5 minutes should have been in. The whole bench should have been cleared and let those young ladies play. But instead, he thinks there's something cute about that and the little smile that he has on his face. I was so glad when they lost. And it goes for me back to what he did to Brittany Griner when he didn't let her be on the Olympic team. They allowed this man to have that kind of power over a woman's sport. He didn't pick Brittany Griner basically because she didn't go to UConn. So, you can talk about his wins and the most championships, but I would want my daughter to play for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, kind of changing gears a little bit. Opening day just happened at Coors Field, and it was our coldest day ever. So baseball's in full swing. If you folks are interested in baseball, comment, let us know who's your team or what you're thinking about. But I kind of wanted to talk to you about how baseball's changing a little bit. There's the pace of play rules, and just to name a few, the mound visits have been changed. You can only be on the mound, go to the mound 6 times now
for the entire game.
For the entire game. In between innings, instead of it's going to be 2 minutes now.
Right.
For the championship and playoffs, it's going to be 2 minutes and 55 seconds.
Okay.
And there's another change too. The timing of the pitcher changing also. So what they're doing is they're trying to make the game faster.
Yes.
What do you think about that? Because I think it's going to really attract younger kids who really want.
People's time span, folks, especially when you talk about the excitement of football, who speed up. Now they have the time clock in basketball.
Right.
That's why, to speed up games.
Right.
People don't want to sit there and watch them go through their little mini dramas when the game should be moving on. There was a time, the batter could take as much time as he wanted.
Yeah.
They can cut that out. You can't just stand there and put your gloves off and on for 60 seconds. You have to be ready for that next pitch. They're trying to speed up the pitchers throwing the ball. And in fact, it helps the pitcher really when he pitches quicker to them people.
Right.
There's less time for them to get ready for each and every pitch.
Right.
There's other things that I think one of the good things some people don't think about. I think that the long ball, which obviously is still in because there's lots of home runs being hit right now.
Right.
And people are interested again because they love the home run. That's like with boxing. Pure boxing people, like I think I am one, we love all of the strategy that goes into it. But the people that pay, the average person,
knockouts.
They want to see knockouts.
They just want to see mama get knocked out.
And if you see it, and that's what a home run is.
Yeah.
I mean, we love the strategy that goes on between hit and run is on, double plays,
the situational
stuff.
last night.
But most people can't understand that,
Right.
and they don't want that. They want to see home runs. They want to see excitement.
Right.
So that's what baseball is doing.
Okay.
You look at the Rockies, and as most of the teams, beautiful new scoreboard.
Yeah.
But the Rockies
Great
thing
facilities.
was funny, folks, was because we have the Atlanta Braves coming in from the south. They're playing, it's 24 degrees, it's snowing, it's cold, but they beat the Rockies the first game. Then they come back last night, and the Rockies actually win it on the guy loaded the bases and then walked the next person. They won that. But that game was beautiful. Nobody had on snow clothes.
Right.
They'll play today at 1 o'clock, and it's almost like summer versus in 2 days.
That's Colorado.
So,
That's Colorado.
It'll be fun with that.
Real quick before we go, because I know we're closing up here, folks. Who do you like this year? It's way early, but who do you like? Who are you going to be looking for?
Well, with the way that they have their team stacked, I can't see the Yankees not being there in the end. I think the Yankees are going to be there in the end. They got good young kids.
Right.
Nobody right now with ego problems.
Right.
Dodgers are going to be there.
Yeah.
St. Louis is going to be there. Of course, I still think it's time for the Nationals to show up.
I like the Nationals. I love Bryce Harper. He's my guy.
Oh yeah,
I like Bryce Harper.
But then you got the kid with the Angels.
Oh, Trout. Mike Trout.
Who is, just unbelievably fabulous. This is still the problem that we have, folks, is there's not enough black American kids involved with baseball. Now, I wish there was something we could do, but Major League Baseball will have to want to do that on a lower level, starting with younger kids. And quite frankly, when you talk to black kids, they don't find baseball exciting enough.
But they're trying. They're trying with
a
that
lot
pace
of this
of play.
stuff. A lot of the stuff with baseball, I think, will make kids start to come. And since everything is so money driven, when people see the money that baseball players make, the toll that it doesn't take on your body, guaranteed contracts, the union is strong, they back each other. I think baseball would be, but it would be nice to see an influx of American kids, period. Because now we're getting lots of overseas players, Japanese.
Chinese, South American,
Dominican,
Koreans.
So it'd be nice to see the kids come back.
Real quick, the Giants. I think the Giants are looking great. An African American player, Andrew McCutchen, plays for the Giants.
Oh, okay.
He's great. Buster Posey's still rocking. Mason Bumgarner, who's an ace pitcher, is back. I love the Giants.
Right.
I think that they've got an easy division. They got the Rockies, they've got the Dodgers, and they've got the San Diego Padres. Who
but then, of course, had a team. But then, of course, for all of them, we got whoever can be healthy at the end.
Exactly.
Healthy. Who's going to be healthy at the end are really going to be there. But I think I'm looking forward to baseball. It's going to be great. But folks, that's what comes to the end of our first segment. Hang around for the second one. Guys, Harold, Trey, see you in a minute.